It was, hey, it's advanced math. Okay, so coming to you all the way from space is Star. Let's hear it for Star. Okay, come on. So Star is going to present number 1. We're reviewing for our first chapter test. Go ahead, please. Okay, go ahead.
The number of students in 5 classrooms if there are 32 students in each classroom.
Okay, good. How did you do it?
You take the number of students, which is 32 in each classroom, and then you multiply it by the 5 classrooms.
Okay, so what do I write?
32 times 5.
32 times 5. Now, what if I wrote 5 times 32?
It would still be the same.
Yes, because of what property? Commutative property. Good job. Okay, now, all the way from Santa Clarita, it's Italy. All right, Italy, help us with number 3, please.
Write a numeral expression for each verbal phrase. The number of weeks until fall break if it is 42 days away.
Okay.
Since a week equals 7 days, you would divide 42 by 7.
42. So what do I write?
42 divided by 7.
Right, and you don't want to write it, so I want to write it horizontally like this. If you write it like this, that is not a numerical expression. That is wrong. So please make sure you write a horizontal numerical expression. Let's hear it for Italy. Okay, coming to you all the way from Office Depot, it's Stapler. Okay, Stapler, we're doing number 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do number 5.
What is 14 minus bracket parenthesis 11 minus 3 and parenthesis plus 6 bracket divided by 2. Very easy to say. So first you do the 11 minus 3, which is 8.
So is it all right if I just write it up here?
Yeah.
So that's 8. Okay.
And then 8 plus 6 from the brackets is 14.
14. Good.
And you take the 2 at the end, and you
Okay,
divide.
Let me rewrite it now because it's going to be too much. So 14 minus 14
Divided by
2.
Yeah.
Now we have to be really careful for this last step on order of operations. First is
Division.
division. Right. So 14 divided by 2 is
7.
7. So 14 minus 7 equals
7.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, now our answer was 7. Okay, coming in from nowhere in particular is my name. Let's hear it for my name. Okay, my name. Go ahead.
$20 less than the cost of a bike. We don't know the certain price of the bike, but we do know it's $20 less. So we write a variable for bike, which I chose is B.
Okay.
We know that it's less than $20, so let's subtract $20 right next to it.
Okay. That's not what you want.
On the right.
To the right of it.
To the
Very
right.
good. Okay. So B minus 20. What if you put 20 minus B? That would be incorrect. So be very careful. Good job, Money.
I'll be here all night.
I'll be here all night. Okay, Mega Turtle came all the way from Turtle World. Okay, Mega Turtle, what wisdom do you have to impart to us from Turtle World?
So the variables that they used were x, y, and z. So x equals 4, y equals 8, and z equals 6. So you had to make them into the expression so you can solve them not using the variables.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be 3 times 4.
So what do I write? 3 times 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would want, when you substitute, you want to use parentheses. 3 parentheses 4. plus 2 parentheses
8,
8 minus
6.
6.
Then we did the multiplication, which was 12 plus 2 times 8 minus 6.
Well,
12 plus 16 minus 6.
Okay.
Then we added together the 12 plus 16 and got an answer of 28. To finally subtract 6 and it equals 22.
22. Excellent. Okay, so the next person is actually, all right, us two, coming all the way from Timbuktu. Okay, go ahead.
So 9 times 1 equals to 9, and the property is identitive property.
Wait. Oh, number 15. I had it written down on the wrong. Okay. So this is identity property of what?
Multiplication.
Do you know? Yes, very good. Of multiplication. Now, how do we know that it's identity property of multiplication?
Because it's telling you the answer with multiplication.
Well, yeah, but identity means you start out with the same thing that you
And out with.
end up with. Good. Tony from
Bologna's.
Is that a city, Bologna?
It sounds like. I think it is.
From the meat loving
It
sounds like
Turkish.
Yeah.
Turkish.
Tony from Turkey. All right, let's hear it for Tony from Turkey. Who likes turkey? Okay. Right, from Albuquerque. Okay. All right, Tony from Turkey. What are we doing with number 19?
The answer is commutative property of addition.
Commutative property of addition. How do you know it's commutative property of addition?
The answers are mixed up, but it's still the exact same answer.
Okay, so that's true that it's the same answer, but commutative means the order changes. So 8, 6, 3, 6, 8, 3. Hey, it is commutative property, isn't it? It kind of looked like with all those parentheses they were trying to trick us, huh? I didn't read it as closely. I was thinking it was going to be associative. Good job. All right. Commutative. Hold on, let me write it first. Commutative property of addition. Awesome. Okay. All right, the sum of two consecutive odd numbers. What were those? Well, I'll do it. 431 and 433. Thank you to those students who got that done. Thank you very much. The product of 3 means we're going to multiply them together, so 10 times, but we want to list the three numbers. 10, 12, and 14. Now the way you're going to approach this on the test is you're going to use the guess and check method. So you put the numbers down, right? And then you guess, and if it's too low, you move the numbers up. If they're too high, then you go down, and right? Are you guys listening?
So would it work if you made like 13 times 13?
They're even numbers,
Oh, yeah.
consecutive even numbers. All right, so now this one, it says that you have to define a variable. When you define a variable, it means you have to say let some letter equal something. So let's say let h equal the number of hours that Shayna works. Number of hours Shayna works. Okay? And then you're going to write an equation. So, since she makes 11.50 per hour, it's 11.5 times 8 equals, I don't know, a total. then you would probably want to define both. It just says define a variable, but actually it should be defined two variables. So let's do that, shall we? Yes, we shall. Let's see. So let t equal what? What do you think? Total what?
Amount of money.
Exactly. Total amount of money Shayna earns. I did tell you that this is homework due tomorrow, right? Shayna earns. Monday. What? What happened? Oh, she pays. You're right. My mistake. Thank you, Carolina. Pays. She's paying a babysitter. Shayna's old, I guess. No, she's not working. Oh, she doesn't work either. So number of hours that Shayna hires a babysitter, right? Sorry about that. Exactly. Usually it's people earning money. Okay, with no further ado, the man you've all been waiting for, Grice from Valencia. Alright, Mr. Grice, help us out here with 23. What is our domain?
Since D comes first in the alphabet
Mhm.
and X is first in your coordinate pairs, the domain would be the X numbered.
Okay.
So since they're already in order, you can just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Awesome. Okay, what about the range?
And since the range comes second, you would be using the Y coordinate, and you would have to put that in order from least to greatest, and it's 3, 6,
Oops. 3, 6,
8,
8.
10, 11, 14, and 15.
Yay!